Hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing? What's up, Julian?
Woo! Hey.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the At Wits End podcast, your 100% live, 100% interactive show. Hope everybody's having a freaking sweet week. I'm having a pretty good one. How about yourself, my man?
Yeah, not too bad. Cannot complain.
Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. That's good. All right, guys. Well, hey, we got a freaking sweet show. Before we get started, you know how we always do. Hey, thank you to our 100 followers. We're actually over that now. Small goal. We overachieved it. Thank you guys a bunch. Now, there was a post that we put out that gave you all your well-deserved thank you with a well-deserved thank you video. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, then go watch that. We'll put the link in the description here, or it is our pinned post on our page, okay? So go hop on by there, go check it out. It's a funny, awesome video, but also there's a challenge in there.
Yes.
Julian, so we're adding a segment onto our show. It's called Jalapeno Quiz, and I'll let Julian just reiterate what that challenge was.
Cool. So the challenge was me taking you guys on in trivia because I fancy myself to be a trivia man. So that's what it's all about right now. And I am here to challenge you. So the way that you can do that is go to that video that's pinned on our page and go to the comment section and type in what is it?
AWE.
AWE. And then that'll enter you guys into the contest, and then we'll have the winner. We'll contact the winner, and then we'll have it announced and everything. So
by this Sunday,
time to enter that.
Yeah, so you guys have until this Sunday to go ahead and go to AWE if you want to take on Julian to that challenge. If you win that challenge, you guys get a sweet prize from us, and it's not a twerk video. I promise. It'll be something tangible, something you can take home with you. All right. Cool. So what else? What else is going on in this world? Obviously, it's got some changes going on in here. You have anything else you want to add before we get started?
Yeah. So I promised you guys the margarita recipe.
That's right.
I'm gonna have that video up for you tomorrow. So that will be shot, filmed, edited, uploaded, everything tomorrow. It'll all be there.
Yeah. So we all made some promises. I held true to mine. Julian's working on his, and we'll get them out to you. Cool. Alrighty then. What's up, Christina and Felipe? Thank you for the like in the beginning of the video, man. You always get your shout out if you guys drop a like or you share this post. Thank you a bunch. Hey, Lily, thank you so much for the like. If you are sharing this post or doing a watch party and you are someone watching on somebody else's watch party, if you're commenting to us or giving us those likes and stuff, we don't see it, unfortunately. So hop on over, come onto our original stream off of our page so that way we can give you the props that you deserve, all right? Hey, Sabrina, thank you for the like, babe. Thank you so much. All right. Now, as we always do, we're going to hop on over to first segment of the show, which is Mad News Minute. So let's get it started. All right. Good evening. Now, breaking news. KFC has taken upon themselves to join the social media craze that is Twitter. And they have taken upon themselves to challenge you all in hashtag RateMyKFC, in which you will try to make one of their either sandwiches or chicken or their recipe and tag them in it, and they will rate you. There's been nothing but just slaughter. They've been doing nothing but bashing on you all. So if you're one to you like getting bashed, then hop on over to Twitter, KFC, hashtag RateMyKFC. Over to you, Julian.
With a lull in sports news, SportsCenter has taken it upon themselves to have a top 10 reruns of all time. People are still continuing to bet on these sports. Back to you, Wilson.
Yeah, I bet on one, and now I know why I didn't win. Damn it! All right, all right. So Tiger King, the famed series that has been taking over this Corona spread virus world, left us all in a cliffhanger. All right. Jeff Lowe, the co-star of that show, or one of the co-stars of that show, has recently announced that Netflix is planning on releasing an additional episode, a bonus episode, which he claims will give us the how, where, why, and all that we want to know about goddamn Carol Baskins. Over to you, Julian.
In more Tiger-related news, the biopic of Tiger King, Joe Exotic, it's definitely in the works. And who other to play Joe Exotic than Rob Lowe. That's right, Rob Lowe. Back to you, Wilson.
Well, that was your Mad News Minute, and if there aren't three beautiful looking men on the screen right now, then I don't know what else we can do for you. We'll see you next week. All right, hey guys, so let's get this freaking show started. All right, Mad News Minute. If you're new here and you're just starting to watch us, it's not news that is any of importance to you whatsoever. It's just random stuff we want to share with you guys. But we'll always start the show off. If you guys got a Mad News Minute throughout the week that you want us to cover, go ahead and hit us up on Twitter and we'll add it to the show. All right. Hey, so what is it? Let's look at the chat before we get started. All right. Christina says hi. I also saw the like. Thank you so much for that. Sabrina wants her margarita, Julian. So you gotta get started on that
tomorrow.
I'll
even release it at 7 in the morning.
Okay, no, 7 a.m. sharp.
No.
Sharp.
No.
We gotta get them AM margaritas in, you know?
Yeah, the AM. Yeah.
So
different times.
Rob Lowe is really gonna play Tiger King.
Of all people, I didn't expect Rob Lowe to be Tiger King. Tiger King.
There was a post that I saw that had like a bunch of actors side by side with the cast of Tiger King.
Yeah.
And they didn't have Rob Lowe on there. This was like I don't know if this was legit or not, but it had like the guy from what's that movie? Tropic Thunder, the pyrotechnic guy that blows stuff up.
Yeah.
They had him.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Dak Shepard as Joe Exotic. I thought that would have been cool.
Yeah. A little bit better, but Rob Lowe, you know. There's the bad Rob Lowe and the good Rob Lowe.
Hey, Rob Lowe could probably pull it off.
Lily says she could see David Spade playing him. Is David Spade still acting?
He has a TV show or a talk show or something like that. I don't know if he actually does any movie. Actually, he did a Netflix movie.
Did he?
Yeah, with Adam Sandler. I forgot what it was called, where he fakes his own death because he hates his life, and then he fakes his death, and to get away from his kids or something.
You know the guy from Old School?
Who?
Not Old School, no. Shoot, what's the name? It's a skinny dude. He's super skinny. And anyways, there's another guy that I think should act as homeboy over here. He's from. There's a movie where he goes into high school and then he tries to act tough and he tries to be tough. He's a super skinny dude. Can't remember. It's not Old School.
Oh shit! I know what you're talking about.
Skinny dude. He comes.
I know what movie you're talking about. It's called The New Guy.
The New Guy. That one. Yeah.
I don't know his name. I don't know. I don't even think that guy's acting anymore.
He should. He should do it, man. What Felipe says? Andy Dick. I don't know. Andy Dick is too like. You know what? That is how. What's his face is. What's up with this song? This song sucks. It sounds like a classy jazz. All right, guys. So let's get into the topics. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
so,
what are we kicking it off with today?
We're kicking it off with deliciously delicious bacon theory, right?
I love bacon.
Bacon theory. I love it. It's actually the theory of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Have you heard of this?
Yeah. I have heard of it. I've heard of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Explain to us what that is, Julian.
Okay. So basically, it's 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, or Bacon's Law. It's a game, but it's based off of the 6 degrees of separation concept. So pretty much what it's saying is that any two people on Earth are 6 or fewer acquaintances linked apart. So basically, everybody's connected to Kevin Bacon.
That's what everybody is no more than 6 acquaintances away from Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Man, we're like second cousins then, man. We're good.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty much almost best friends. We're like third best friends.
We're third best friends from twice removed, you know, and all that.
Yeah.
So there's a website, right? It's called the Oracle of Bacon. Mm-hmm. And basically what you do is you input whoever that you imagine. It has to be somebody famous, obviously, because they can't database everybody and their mom. But you input whoever. Let's put Andy Dick, since that's Felipe's, all right? Andy Dick, he came out in Queer Duck, the movie, Okay.
Didn't know
He starring Cameron Manheim, who was in Cop Car, starring Kevin Bacon. All right. You can go down the list with all the ones that you want, but they will always be related or somehow acquainted to Kevin Bacon.
What's the lowest number you found?
0, which was Kevin Bacon to Kevin Bacon.
Oh my gosh.
Boom. I won the game. All right,
You
so
did
while we do a couple of these, Julie and I are going to do something that we want to find in the comments right here. Go ahead and let us know which ones that you want us to look for. See whoever wins the smallest Kevin Bacon number. Now I'm hungry, man. Saying bacon all this time.
Dude, I had bacon for lunch. It was really good.
So
Just
I
so
tried challenging this thing. Like, I wanted to see how in depth it went. So I was like, okay, there's no way like newer actors and newer celebrities can be ingrained into the old Kevin Bacon, days, right? So I tried John Boyega. You know who John Boyega
Okay.
is?
Yeah, Finn. Finn from Star
I
Wars.
misspelled that. Oh yeah, I got it right. Yeah, John Boyega. He also came out in The Circle. I don't know what movie that is. Have you seen it?
No.
Well,
I have
it
not
stars,
seen The Circle.
It's a big movie because it stars Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks also came out in Beyond All Boundaries, starring goddamn Kevin Bacon. You got another one?
Christy said they've been playing this since back in the mid 90s.
How did back in the mid? You didn't have internet back then. How did you do this? I'm sorry, Christy. I think that's like the third time I've done an old joke to you. I'm sorry, but John Boyega is on there. What else? Billie Eilish says Lily.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a good
Billie
one.
Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
No.
Is that her name
No.
though? Is it? That's Billie
Oh
Walsh.
no, yeah, that is her name. I think that's her real name. Honestly,
it?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Is Billie Eilish? Is that her real name?
Yeah. Billie Eilish.
Is that her stage name?
I don't know.
That looks like her real name. Well, I guess we broke the dang machine because I can't find Billie Eilish on here. Yeah, she's not an actress, so I don't think they categorize her on here. Let me see. There's options. Let me see what these options ask me. Yeah, actors, directors, or producers. That's the rules, guys. It was dial-up. Yeah, thank you, Christina. Thanks for playing along. Remember dial-up when you'd like log in and be like that? Yeah.
And then someone will pick up the phone and just be
Ah,
like,
I'm playing World of Warcraft. Mom,
get off the phone!
get off the phone. All right, guys. Julian, what other one did you want to look up?
Let's go with Harrison Ford.
Oh, that's too easy, right? That one's too easy. He's gonna be there for sure. He's gonna be there for sure.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford came out in 101 Nights. These are all movies I've never seen before. 101
they're-
Nights.
Sounds fake.
Starring Robert De Niro, who was in Sleepers, starring Kevin Bacon.
It looks like 2 is the lowest number that we've gotten.
There's no 1, just like, what's a movie with Kevin Bacon that we don't need an extra
Footloose.
step to? Footloose?
Yeah, I don't know who was in Footloose.
Oh, I can't type in Footloose, though. Let me see. Footloose cast. Footloose. All right, Laurie Singer. Does it always make it 2, or is it gonna be 1?
It might just be 2.
Boom, 1. We win. No, Felipe, we don't put not the movie. All right, Felipe, you got to put the name of an actor or anybody, and this thing guarantees you that within 6 people, they are connected to Kevin Bacon. Yara Shahidi.
Who's that?
I have no idea. Is this from one of those foreign films? Shahidi.
Films.
She's in there. Yara Shahidi came out in Imagine That, starring Marin Hinkle, who was
Okay.
in Rails and Ties, starring Kevin Bacon. I'll be.
How many? Look, I just need to know how many.
How many movies Kevin Bacon has come out in, right?
Seems like he's in every freaking movie.
How many movies has Kevin Bacon been in? At least 60.
60. At least.
At least. This is not
61.
61 movies. Man, this guy's been working. He's just been working. I remember Tremors. Tremors was a good one.
Oh, Lily said she's from Grownish. I think I know who she's talking about.
Is that a show?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a show. She's in college. I know what she's talking about. It's a good show. You should watch it. It's good.
Flatliners. All right, all right. Kevin Bacon. So, in theory, this means that you, anybody can be no more than 6 acquaintances away from Queen of England. That was the saying?
No. Because the Queen of England is not Kevin Bacon.
No. If you go back to your Wikipedia thing, it said all people across the world, all
I mean,
people,
maybe.
according to this theory, and just the Kevin Bacon thing says that it. Let me see. Yeah, it says right here. That says all are 6 or fewer acquaintances of links apart. All no more than 6 acquaintances or fewer. So I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who is in who knows the Queen of England. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay. So we're second cousins. I like it.
Hey, I have a question because
I
there's
have
a
an
movie with Kevin Bacon in it, and I don't know what it's called. But
Yeah.
there's a scene. I remember is that it's like this kid. They went camping, and then there's this kid, and he's talking about him walking across a bridge, and he had an egg, and then Kevin Bacon fell off of something and broke his leg, and he was a total jerk. Nobody liked him in the movie, and then they were gonna leave him there to die, but they're like, nah. Yeah, let's save him.
No,
I
Kevin
don't know what it's
Bacon
called.
fell
Yeah. Broke
off a
his leg.
bridge.
I think some bridge. Yeah, bridge could be a cliff. I don't
Broke
know.
his leg, and then what?
Broke his leg. And
What was the egg thing about?
The egg thing. The egg thing was the guy. The main character was telling his events of the story, but to you, the viewer. So there was like a fourth wall break, and he's talking to you, but he's telling the story, and he's just using the egg as an example of what happened.
Would it happen to be Whitewater Summer?
Maybe, I don't know.
An experienced wilderness guide, Kevin Bacon, leads a group of teenagers from the city on their first big tour, big outdoor adventure. One of the boys, the sheltered and defiant Alan, resents Vic's tough attempts at teaching them life lessons and clashes with them after tensions have built up between. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I win. Boom. I can Google anything. I'm the Google master. All right, that's why I'm in the control room right here, because I'm the Google master here. So the Kevin Bacon theory, or 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon, is pretty interesting. I challenge you guys to go to the Oracle. It's called the Oracle of Bacon. And there's a lot of Reddits and all this kinds of stuff about Kevin Bacon, that he's a time traveler and all this jazz. You know how we do here. We love time travel and theories.
Of course.
But go visit this and go see if some of the actors or actresses or random people that you don't think could be a part of it are 6 people away from Kevin Bacon. Yeah?
That'd be fun. It's a good time.
That would be fun. Real nice. All right, man. Worst movie explanation. That was straight off of Wikipedia, Lily. I just read it. Are you talking about Julian trying to explain the movie to me?
I don't remember. That's all I remember. I was like a kid when that movie. I saw it. When did that movie release? Do you still have it up?
What? That
The movie, The Whitewater.
Yeah, it released in 1987.
See, I was like 5 years late to that, and I still remembered those things: an egg, a guy talking to the camera, Kevin Bacon breaking his leg,
We're gonna find it.
and they were gonna leave him for dead.
So Whitewater Summer.
Yeah.
If I could get that movie off of the terrible explanation that you gave me, then we're gonna be good.
It's not that bad. We figured it out. We did it. I think it's fine.
All right, let me see.
You did it.
Did I do it? We don't want to dive. Wait, let's dive. Let's dive a little bit. Let's
Put
see.
our
Does this?
toes in the pool. Yes, that. I remember that.
Boom. Me and Julian, we're gonna play. We should play Pictionary together.
He's like, you grab this fish, and then he's like, you're
No
gonna
way.
gut the fish. He's like, no, man.
Do it.
No, I don't want to gut the
And you're gonna
fish.
stay here until it's finished. Let's go, guys.
Yeah. See? Boom, Lily. Don't ever doubt our connection again. We're like a hive mind with the power of Google. Oh man. All right. So what's the next one? We're gonna talk about this awesome theory called the Pixar theory.
Yeah.
And I freaking love Disney movies and musicals because trust me, we went into it last episode about musicals.
Oh, we did.
Oh, we went hard and I won that fight. All right. So
I don't think you did.
pretty sure I did. All right, so this Pixar theory, okay? The theory is that every movie in the Pixar universe is one story, one same universe. It's not like how Spider-Man's universe and whoever's universe are in the same, right? Like Spider-Man
Batman.
and Aquaman are not in the same universe, right?
Yeah.
They
Different
never meet
people.
each other, or whatever, blah blah blah. So what is it? VJ? Yes, he did. Who did? So all of them are in the same universe, from Brave to A Bug's Life to what's another Pixar movie?
Cars.
Cars. Same universe. All right. Up. Same universe. Same timeline. Like Up was great granddaddies to Cars. Believe me?
I mean,
You believe me?
I think so.
I got some facts.
I've looked into this a little bit,
Okay.
and
What's your thoughts
kind
on
of
this?
sold on it. I'm sold on it. It seems entirely possible.
What about you, chat? Do you think that somehow Cars and Toy Story can be in the same timeline, same universe? All right, so you
What?
let me know.
Okay, well,
How
Lily
can-
saw Onward.
Oh yeah, Onward's good, man. I promise
really
I didn't
good.
cry
It's
at
so
all.
good.
All right, I
It's
I
so
held
good.
tough. I held tough. Onward is a great movie. How can it be in the same universe? Let me explain. All right. Oh, let me pull my facts and evidence together because you know I'm a guy who loves facts and evidence. All right. So we're gonna start in the very beginning, and this one explains it really well. All right. So let's go to the very first movie, timeline-wise, of the Pixar universe. All right. Who gave us that light? Because I got my screen covered up right now.
Let me see if I can catch it.
Oh,
Let me try and catch it.
Sorry. missed it.
Missed it.
Oh, Alexander. Okay, hey, Rojas, thank you for the like, brother. Thank you. It's going to be a little bit delayed because I got my secondary screen over here. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Very first movie of the timeline of the Pixar universe is Brave. Okay. Now, you remember the movie Brave?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
It's, well, damn. All right, you're not helping my case.
For the sake of transparency, I didn't watch Wait. But yeah,
Okay, I did.
I've seen clips.
Okay, I love Brave. Brave is a great movie, okay? I'll be shooting for me own hand, and she's all Scottish and stuff. It's great. It's a good time. Now, the Brave series is about, or a Brave movie is about a young girl. She's a princess, and it's all from way back in the day, all right? So, still pulling up evidence here. All right, 14th and 15th century, Brave comes into the picture and begins the Pixar universe. All right?
Yeah.
Brave, it all starts with Merida, who is this main actress, discovering the will of the wisps, which signifies magic. All right? The magic turns her mother into a bear. All right? Now she damn near
Scary.
Bear Grylls, okay? All right, the magic. Oh, we're starting to build on how this all adapts itself, all right? The magic utilized by this witch, okay, begins to make animals and inanimate objects have human-like characteristics. All right?
Okay.
Eventually, the magic from the Will-o'-the-Wisps would lead into the birth of superheroes. We will time travel all the way over to the 1950s and 1960s, where we are met with the great cast from the great movie The Incredibles. All right.
You know what?
So, yeah, send it.
So some would say that it's super.
What super? What?
Some would say that The Incredibles is super.
It is super powered magic.
Some would say. Some would also say it's probably incredible.
It's The Incredibles. All right, so what's with The Incredibles? 1950s, 1960s, superheroes maintained order in the world. All right, but Buddy, a wannabe superhero, which is that dorky kid that shows up and wants to be, their friend. He created two things that demised the future of superpower humans. One, self-serving AI robots. He built that giant robot that they fought with in the movie. And two, he also created this energy called 0 point energy. All right, he was a smart kid, but he was a dork. All right, at the end of the day. This is a pivotal moment where we see machines eradicating their only threat, which are the supers. Okay. Now, before we go any further, we're going to explain where the power dynamic is. In this Pixar universe, there is a power struggle between man, machines, and animals. All right, and we're gonna explain it all. Okay. So, after the AI and after the magic and after that super energy stuff, we are brought into 1997 and 1998 of this same timeline, where we're met with a great cast of, that's right, Toy Story. Now, Toy Story is the first signs of life from toys, okay? They are now present due to the syndrome's technological prowess. All right, toys have become sentient objects, and they come up with a code of rules and learn that human love is another form of energy, all right, in which upon they thrive, all right? These toys discover what happens to toys when they're isolated. They just become trash, all right? 2 years later, in 1999, we are met with the great cast of Toy Story 2, where the toys discover that it is dangerous for them to be isolated from humans. We start to see inanimate objects question their purpose in life. For example, Jessie resents her owner and Emily abandoned her and all that jazz, right? So they start getting all upset. The resentment turns towards humans was not only carried by inanimate objects, but it also went over to animals too, okay? Fast forward to 2003. This is all going to tie in. This is background story of all these movies, guys, all right? 2003, we're met with the great movie Finding Nemo, which I did not cry watching, I promise. All right? In the ocean, we find fish, and these guys are just super advanced. They got highway systems and a school system and all this network, and they're all good to go, and they are exhibiting human-like behavior, all right? Now, there's a theory that says that these animals were either manipulated by being experimented on or by the pollution that a certain company that will come into play later did to them, all right, by polluting in their waters, okay? Anyways, great story. They go on, they find Nemo, good times, right?
Find him.
Now, animals, they begin to get a little bit more curious and also exhibit more human behavior. And we're going to fast forward on to 2007, where a great movie that I honestly didn't watch either. I didn't watch Ratatouille. Did you watch Ratatouille?
I did. That was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I did not watch Ratatouille at all. Now, Ratatouille, we see animals are exhibiting even more human behavior, all right? Remy discovers his love for cooking and displays superhuman characteristics, some of them walking on his hind paws and, being able to cook and reading and all this jazz. All right, the first time we see an inter-reaction between human and animal. Remy controls Linguini because Linguini don't know what the hell he's doing in the kitchen, just like myself, all right? We see that Remy's rat clan does not approve of humans, and they both have fear and hate towards them. We just see this escalation of tension between them. So we're gonna go on and continue on to the Pixar series, which is in 2010, We had a great movie, which one I did watch like a bunch of times because right around my kids' age when they're starting to watch movies. Toy Story 3. 3 years later, toys have gone through a lot with humans. You see in the movie, you can tell that most of the toys have they've gone through it. You know, being abused physically and emotionally by humans. Lotso Huggins, the main bad guy of the movie, he just straight up hates humans. All right, because we discard toys. All right, but they're sentient beings and they're alive. All right. And this provides yet another reason why machines and objects alike are ready to take over this universe. Right? Homage to another movie, Carl and Ellie. Do you know where this are from, Julian?
This is Up.
Up, right? Carl and Ellie.
Didn't cry
right?
at that one either.
No, because a man who drinks whiskey and got hair in his chest. Okay? Carl and Ellie write a note to Andy telling him to get rid of his toys because they know the animosity between toys and humans. Now, Exhibit A of this right here has a letter here from what are their names again? Carl and Ellie, and even has their address and their last names. All right, so this is a note from them. Okay, and this is from a scene in Toy Story. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Up series. Now in Up, which was another great touching movie, Carl is forced to give up his house thanks to a corporation, one that I spoke about earlier called BNL, By and Large, okay? They're expanding their reaches across the city, matter of fact, across the government, matter of fact, across the world, all right? Now, this is the corporation that is blamed for the pollution of the waters that has turned Dory and all these fish into super smart sentient beings, all right? They're also the result of technology overreach. Carl discovers that animals can communicate with humans, which is why he has his talking dog friend with a technology collar, and he trains these dogs to help him at the end of the day. All right. This starts off the tipping point between animals and humans. Because years later, there's an uprising between animals and human beings. We will find out who won that war. All right. We're gonna fast forward a whole lot of time now to 2100, where we see Cars. Cars is a great movie, but it's in the future, 2100. All right, just about, what are we in, 70 years from now, all right, 80 years from now. When animals rose up against the humans to stop the pollution, the machines saved the humans and then they won that war. However, since the machines helped humans win, it tipped the balance on Earth. Machines, BNL, the large company, sent the remaining humans off into space to go find another planet on a ship called Axiom, and that's from the movie WALL-E, right? If you saw in the beginning of WALL-E, they went off into another planet and left that land barren, and this was the result. Cars that were sentient, that took over this world. Some evidence goes on to Cars 2, which they went to Tokyo, so they're clearly in this same Earth. They went to Tokyo in Japan, and no humans whatsoever, just all cars. Well, some time passes, and we are met with that world that WALL-E lived in, where it is completely uninhabitable to humans and machines. All right, this is in the year 2800. Corporation took over the world governments and started in the 1950s. WALL-E's the only machine left on Earth and has a companion, a cockroach, and one other robot, which she meets in the future. WALL-E's a dude, right?
WALL-E is a dude, yeah.
WALL-E is a freaking dude. All right. So these robots have a sense of purpose, but there are none left. At the very end of that movie, WALL-E finds the last plant that is left on Earth. And what do you think we see that or where do you think we see that plant again? We see it in the great movie A Bug's Life. That's right, that tree where the movie A Bug's Life is based around is the one that WALL-E found at the very end, okay? These bugs, human-like, features, they're basically walking around. They are on Earth, the same planet. No talk of humans whatsoever. It is all bugs, 100%, right? So it's WALL-E and all these bugs. There's only creatures that are left on Earth. Now we jump over to the super far future because in the Bugs movie they do reference snakes and birds and all this stuff. Well, these animals start to evolve because of this pollution that's still in the air, and they turn into, that's right, monsters. Yeah. Now we're in Monsters University where we're met with Soul and, what is his name? Soul and who? Gully?
Mike.
All right.
Nice.
Soul and Gully, yeah. I don't know. All right. We're in the year 4500 where we're there in Monsters University. Hundreds of years after Wall-E, we changed due to radiation caused by BNL, which is that company that took over the world. Now, let me check my notes. Now, they taught the monsters falsely that humans were dangerous, when in fact humans were the source of their energy. All right. Now, the last movie that we're going to talk about here is Monsters, Inc., the original Monsters, Inc., all right? In Monsters, Inc., monsters didn't realize their mistake of getting rid of all humans until it was too late. Now, those doors that they go through are not doors that just teleport them into the room, but they're actually time-traveling doors to which they go back into the past and visit these young kids, scare them, and harness their energy, all right? That blew my mind, all right? So I thought they were just things, all right? But no, they're time machines, and they got that technology all the way back to Mr. Incredible's time, where they got that from the dorky kid that wanted to be a superhero. All right, that's a lot to ingest, right? We're just talking about all these different movies and how they kind of fit together and what's the timeline look like. Now, how do we make this all make sense? There's one person who makes this entire series 100% make sense. Now, in the movie, what are we talking about here? In the movie, Brave, the witch that uses the magic, for some reason, way back in the 15th century, knew what the Pizza Planet truck looked like. Okay, she even carved it out. This is a scene from the movie. And also, some people are saying the bear, which exhibits human-like characteristics, is actually the monsters from Monsters, Inc. Who is this witch, you ask? Oh, I'll tell you. No other than Boo, the young girl who fell in love with the cute, cuddly monsters from Monsters, Inc. Now, Boo and the monsters time traveled to her dimension, or to her time, scared her, ended up, taking her in and having a good old time with her. And when she went back to her time, she spent her life's work trying to find these monsters that she felt a connection to. And every scene that you go through in the movies and you see Easter eggs, like the Pizza Planet truck that's everywhere, or what are some other ones that you see? You see in the Bugs Life movie, you see Buzz Lightyear comes out in the movie. He's a toy, a giant toy in there. All right? That's because this witch, Boo, was time traveling because although she could harness the power of time travel, she could not pinpoint the exact time where they lived, which was 4,500 years, all right, in the year 4,500. So she went all across these different timelines and different times, and Easter egg dropped, trying to find these monsters, all right? Hopefully I did a good job in explaining that, because that honestly is a crazy, mess of different stuff together. But it all ties in to one person, and that one person is this witch, who people believe is Boo from the beginning of the timeline, who wants to find the monsters from Monsters, Inc. at the end of the timeline.
Did you know there was a Sully in the witch's cave?
Huh? In the witch's
There's
cave?
Yeah. In Brave,
Where?
there's a Sully on the wall.
Sully?
Yeah.
Because she loved the man. She wanted to meet him again. She harnessed the power of magic, became a witch or whatever, and then she disappears behind a wooden door in the movie as well, which was her wooden door that she uses to time travel and try to find her long lost friends. That's a pretty in-depth review. That was a deep dive on that theory. That went super deep.
I think I think it could be possible. I wouldn't. I mean, where would you put? Okay, like VJ's example, right? Onward.
Yeah.
Where would you think Onward would fall in the timeline?
I got you.
Because-
All right, so I saw that one too. I didn't. That's a relatively new movie, and I didn't think it could mix, but we're gonna find out. All right, so Onward movie, Pixar, because someone did make the connection. So it says Onward takes place in the section of the Pixar theory timeline. We've been curious about it. Let me see. In between the events of WALL-E and Monsters Inc. They say.
In between WALL-E and Monsters Inc. Okay. Because then. So it's WALL-E.
So in
Bugs
Wally's
Monsters, Inc.
timeline is so life is completely, barren on planet Earth. It's
Yeah.
because everybody left on the Axion on that big ship. Okay, so after Wally's time, he finds the last plant that he can make Earth habitable again. So between that timeline and when Monsters Inc. happened, which is monsters or these now beings have mutated and now they're in a civilized organization and life has restarted on Earth.
Yeah.
They're in between that period from they were savages in the beginning with magic and witches and the giant little freaking winged monkey lion thing.
I forgot what it was called, but
I forgot what it was called, but it was anyways, her. They were right in that period in between those two where magic was still, prominent and they were barely becoming a civilized organization or world.
Okay.
So that's where they fit Onward. Huh? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Possible?
Maybe.
Probable?
Maybe.
This is a long deep dive. All right, took a lot of time to get all these facts and things together. So question these facts because I want you to. There's a lot of little references that were dropped all amongst the things, and like you always see the little Easter eggs in all the movies, right? You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a Pizza Planet truck because that Pizza Planet truck is everywhere. Like, oh, there's Buzz Lightyear in the background. So, yeah, Onward would have tied in with Brave initially, like in the beginning of the movie. Remember how magic disappeared in the movie? It disappeared on Onward. In Onward.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying, Sabrina? So, magic disappeared in Onward because they just said it was just like not worth pursuing. They just want to be civilized, right? So that's why it's right before the Monsters Inc. period because there ain't no magic in Monsters Inc. Just science, time travel, science.
So you think so? It's WALL-E, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Bugs Life, and then Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
But you're throwing in Onward in between Bugs Life and Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I mean, Bugs Life could be that big block period because it's just about bugs. There are bugs in Onward and there are bugs in WALL-E.
Okay.
But the tree that WALL-E finds, the last plant, is the tree that ends up growing at the beginning of Bugs Life. Make sense?
So don't you think that Onward would be like a prequel?
Prequel to
Like-
what?
Prequel to so it'd be Brave, and then Onward, and then The Incredibles.
Well, the only problem is that Onward is all monsters. Are all mythical beings.
Okay.
And in Brave, there are none. It's like humans with magic. And then it goes into Toy Story, which is all humans, and then Finding Nemo and Dory, there's no monsters or anything like that, so it wouldn't fit to throw in monsters in the beginning right then.
True. BJ
So-
says makes 0 sense.
Come on, BJ, you're supposed to be on my side, man. What's going on? All right, no, it's a far fetch. You got to think of it in cartoon. This is a Pixar universe. Don't think of it in our real kind of universe here. It's just that they went. You and I are literally on the same page, Wilson. But I'm sorry, bro. I know we are hive mind, man. But we can differ on some things. So you don't think that any of the Pixar movies connect whatsoever? Is that what you're saying?
I feel like they can. I feel like Onward's a little wrench though.
Onward is the wrench? No.
I think Onward's the wrench. It
Onward
doesn't make sense.
can
Like,
clearly fit in between Wall-E when monsters start happening, but there's still magic in the world. All right, hey Griselda, thanks for the like. Where there's still monsters, they haven't evolved into a society yet that they are in Monsters Inc. So they're in that halfway point in between when there was like Dungeons and Dragons and all this jazz, and they still pillaged villages to where they're at in Monsters Inc. now.
So you're saying that the world reset itself after Wall-E and it started up with magic again? Is that what you're going with?
There is magic.
There's always magic.
There's
Magic
always
doesn't go
magic.
away.
I can pick a card out of a deck that you shuffled 50 times. There's
Okay.
still magic. Now, in this universe, in the Pixar universe, there's magic. It's just a thing.
Okay, so the magic just exists.
It
But no
exists.
one knows about it. No one knows about it, or they chose to forget about it. And then
Well,
they
there's just
realized.
people that can't wield this magic, and there's people who can. Just like the two brothers, one could do it and the other one couldn't.
Like Harry Potter.
Like Harry Potter. I'm still waiting for my damn letter. Because we moved so many times. Can't find my damn letter. Alright, so it goes Brave.
Yeah.
Into... What did I say? Oh, into The Incredibles.
Incredibles.
Because Brave's magic created superheroes. Then superheroes fought against science and technology, and AI was born. So then we moved into... what was it that we moved into? Then we moved into Toy Story.
Yeah.
Because AI has created these beings, and the technology helps these toys be sentient. Then we're introduced into the large company that has polluted the waters and begins its overreaches into the government. Ratatouille further shows that animals have become sentient and have human-like characteristics. Up is that kind of boundary line between humans and animals.
Okay.
And at some point at the end of Up, humans leave the planet, which is the beginning timeline of Wall-E. Then the cars take over the world, so we're met with the Cars universe, where it's just all cars. They're in Japan, they're in Tokyo, they're on Earth, but it's all cars, no humans whatsoever. After about 700 years of that, we're left with just Wall-E.
Okay.
Wall-E finds the plant, that last little tree at the very end, plants it, starts rebuilding Earth's biosphere, and the movie A Bug's Life. After about 1,000 years or so, animals start kicking on, and then we're met into the Monsters universe. Or actually, it would be now the Onward universe.
Okay.
And then they civilize up until they hit the Monsters Inc. world. Boom.
You think we're gonna be like 75, and then they're gonna be like in a world, and then it's just
They're just gonna link all the movies together.
yeah, they're gonna link
They're gonna
all
do
together,
the explanation.
like the Endgame, like Avengers Endgame. It's gonna be Pixar Endgame.
VJ says, if I compared cartoon to reality, I'd be mad as a hatter. That's an interesting term. Mad as a hatter. All right. It can definitely be a possibility, but I guess that theory kind of went over my head. All right. Well, I went over it twice. If we can't get into it, then we can't get into it. That was just a deep dive into the theory. It ain't my theory. It's a theory I believe in now because I think so. I'm wearing my tinfoil hat on this one.
I think it's possible. I'm not. I think it's possible. I think
it's a good one.
Can do it. I think
It's
it
a
can
good
happen.
one. We'll put a poll
think
up
it
at the
could.
end. We'll see who's right. Because you and I clearly have disagreements about things like 8 Mile is a musical.
It's not a musical. Okay, I'm gonna make a T-shirt.
You
Says
make
8
a
Mile
t-shirt,
musical.
and
Yeah.
I will make a dueling t-shirt that says 8 Mile is a musical. And it's going to have Eminem tap dancing on the back of my t-shirt. It's going to be great. Oh, okay. Hey, Julian, so that was a Pixar theory. If you guys liked it or not, we're just going to deep dive. Yeah, anyway, so We have you put out a recommendation for a movie, right? That you wanted us to watch.
Yeah. Last week I did the segment. We're gonna call it day streaming.
Oh, day stream. All right, well, take it over. Take it over. This is
Yeah.
your
So basically, I recommended everyone watch Uncorked. It's on Netflix. It's about a guy who becomes, I don't know, what would you say it? He becomes passionate about wine. All right, and
He loves that wine.
He loves wine. He just loves wine, and he the chat's going off about it.
They're still about 8 Mile.
Triggered. Yeah, so basically he loves wine. He wants to become a sommelier.
Samurai. He wants to become a samurai.
Yeah. He wants to become a samurai, and
A
then
wine
it turns into
connoisseur.
the Last Samurai, with Tom Cruise, who was then with Kevin Bacon. But yeah, so he wants to become a sommelier and be a master wine expert, taster, suggester, whatever.
Yes, I didn't know that was a thing, man. And
Yeah.
watching that movie, like, I'm not into the wines world, right? Like, where like, ooh, this is a bittersweet plus minus medium. You know, like they were going in depth during the movie.
Yeah.
But I did go on like a 6-month wine binge, where it was just like I was into wines and I was drinking
You're
wine.
like, yes. This came from
Yeah.
yeah.
This came from Jim's basement. Yeah, okay. And no, but they go hard on that wine stuff, and it's pretty cool. It reminded me of the time. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, where I move around the country a lot. That's part of my job. I visit with my friends sometimes, and I come and I say, hey, what's up with them? And I think it was like a year, maybe 2 years since I had seen them in person. And I fly in, and we're all like, yeah, what's up? Let's go get some beers. So we go get some beers. We go to this beer, well, what would you call it? It was a gas station, maybe. Was it?
Yeah, it was like a bodega.
Anyways, they sold beer. And, you know, I went in there, and I was like, cool, Dos Equis. That's what I drink. That's what I get, Dos Equis, and I walk out, and then I'm waiting at the car. And all like 4 of my friends walk out, and they have like these like pimped out craft beers, like freaking like super legit, like porters and IPAs, and this one has 79 bitter and all this and that, right? IBUs and all that. And they all just clowned me for the whole day. Y'all were beer snobs, okay?
It's a little bit.
But I but it opened my eyes, and I was like, yo, let me try some of that. And I became a little beer snob too for like a year, and then I got fat, so then I had to stop. So now I sip on
I like
whiskey.
beer. I just don't want to get
whiskey.
fat. Yeah. Grisella, the margarita recipe is going to be posted tomorrow. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
Mañana.
Promises. Wink,
Worth
wink.
the wait.
Yeah, Sabrina said I drank all her wine. I did. I really did. There was like a bunch. I was into wine for a hot minute. And then yeah, but that's what that world reminded me of. Like, damn, there's a whole other subclass of dudes that are like all up into wine, guys and females, you know, that are into wine. And that was pretty cool. I didn't know people went hard like that on wine.
Dude, there was a documentary on sommeliers, and I watched it. And it was before this. Hector, thanks for the like.
Thanks for the like.
It was before this movie came out, but if you remember, there's like a small scene. If you remember it, it's like his first time getting into the class, and then there's a guy in a suit, like a plaid.
The douchey guy.
Yeah. He's a real sommelier. He was in the documentary.
That guy
on Netflix. Yeah. No.
Wasn't that? Oh, what? The actor?
There was. No, not the actor. It's like when he first walked into the classroom and there was a guy talking. Sommelier, you're gonna be able to tell where this wine's from. You're gonna tell blah blah blah. The grapes.
Okay, the guy talking. Because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
other guy, the actor, came out in Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah, no, not him. Not
The
the
douchebag guy.
What was it? The Princeton
The
Harvard
guy.
Yeah. He turned a corner.
He turned the corner. He's a good guy at the end,
He's
until
a
he
good
like
guy.
bailed on
Until-
the guy in France
yeah.
or Paris.
Spoilers, you guys haven't seen anything.
Yeah, hey, watch the movie because we're gonna pretty much end the show talking about this series. There are gonna be some spoilers in there, so it's a great movie. It's called Uncorked. We're just deep diving into that because I enjoyed the movie, and me and Julian haven't talked about it yet, so we're gonna chat here.
No, it's really I really liked it though, but they did use like legit sommelier in that movie. And like that test is like that, like that. I don't even know if the documentary's still up, but you do need.
I gotta watch it.
Like, yeah, you should watch it. Like the way he was studying for it with all the flashcards and like.
That's how they really do it.
That's how they study. Like
I don't think I have the palate to differentiate. Like I can't tell, shit from a ham sandwich, to be honest.
Because I'm gonna be for real, in that documentary, they throw out random crap when they're trying to identify wines.
Yeah,
they smell it and they're like, smells like a fresh can of tennis balls that just got opened, and I'm like, what the heck, dude? Tastes like forest. Tastes like moss.
Subtle oak, subtle cinnamon, maybe ingrown toenail. Yeah.
That's what they do. Like it's just like random things that they just want to describe. I don't know. I think they just talk it whatever they want to talk about. Like they just say it.
Say it, but their final answer is the one that matters.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, however they get there, I guess, as long as they get there, right?
It was impressive. I was waiting for like Gordon Ramsay to come in and be like, just own everybody and tell him like he knows everything, but it never happened. So I was a little disappointed at the end. But
I wonder if he would be a sommelier. If Gordon Ramsay would be like, I want to be a sommelier.
The dude has skill, man. He can taste when salmon has been in the freezer for 3 days versus 20 minutes. Like he's got. I think people have a set of taste buds on them that most of us don't.
Have you seen his masterclass?
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen it. I've seen like the previews because I get recommended to buy his masterclass all the time. But he's like,
you stalk him on Facebook all the time. That's
yeah, I stalk him. He's like, you can train your palate to taste the way.
I ruined my palate with ice cream and whiskey.
You can train it. You can do it.
Down palate, sit palate, sit. Yeah.
He also has a new show called Scrambled. I don't know if you've seen it at all.
They make eggs. Make a lot of eggs, don't
they? Yeah,
that's a lot of cholesterol. I can't take that.
The first episode, he made eggs with Steve-O.
Oh, so he brings on celebrities.
Yeah, and he cooks with them. Like he cooks with us, so he's like, okay, well, you're gonna cook eggs, and he's cooking, and he tells them what to do in the direction. But they like at the end of the day, it's like they're promoting something, right? So Steve-O has a hot sauce. And
I can't stand Steve-O's voice, man.
He's like, yeah, man. So I jumped off. I snorted all this egg whites, and I don't know what to do.
Like, I heard a podcast. I think he came out on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, I heard that.
And
one.
I was like 4 minutes in, and I was like, dude, I just can't listen. Like, Steve-O's cool. He's a good dude. I'm glad he turned the corner in his life, but I can't listen to that guy on a podcast. It's so gross. I think my voice sucks, but god damn, this guy's voice is just something else.
I listened to that whole thing.
You did?
Surprisingly,
I could not. And I have these Bluetooth headphones that go up in my ear, these JLab headphones. And it was just like buzzing in my head, and I could not. And I was like, sorry, Steve-O, man, I can't watch this one. BJ says he'd love to hear Ramsey cuss out some actual sommeliers. Can't say that word.
I just liked how they made fun of it. It's like, you want to be a pirate? He's like, no, it's a Somalian.
Oh, a Somalian. It was a good movie, man. I liked the family. It had a good story. It opened my eyes to this whole wine world. We're not gonna bust all the surprises of that movie, but you should seriously watch it. It's not an exciting movie. I'll tell you that up front.
It's not like action packed or.
It's not a big drama story either. There's a little bit of like tensions here and there between the dad and him and the family. Some sadness up in there. It's not. You're not gonna be excited during watching that movie, but I still think it's a great story. It was. I didn't get bored the whole time. I was actually pretty interested, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Or and then the end is a good ending, not like in the traditional sense, but it makes you want to watch that movie again.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to watch it again. I wanted to keep watching sommelier stuff.
Yeah, if you're one of the guys, if you're a person like me who like you see something and you're like, I want to learn more about that, and then you just find yourself in this freaking rabbit hole of ML. So like right now I'm in this weird rabbit hole of MLMs. I don't know if you know what that is.
The heck are MLMs?
It's a multi-level marketing, like Herbalife and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. Now I'm like 50 YouTube videos, and it's all it recommends to me now is like MLM videos and Ponzi scheme and all this random stuff. Not calling MLM stuff that, because my wife's done it before, and I don't hold any ill will against that, but I'm in this weird rabbit hole, and I know I'm about to be in this rabbit hole about wine because I watched this movie.
I want to have I want to have a wine tasting, but I know I'm not going to get anything out of it, so I'm just
gonna
I
drink
want to
it.
go just drink it.
Just give me 5 of them and be like, bow, 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 bow. That
Yeah,
one was
tastes
from
great.
France. That one's from Belgium. I'm gonna go take a nap now.
I just feel like that's got to be like such a tough thing to do.
It seemed hard. It made wine tasting look frustrating,
Yeah, like you sip it.
and then you spit
It
it
was like-
out.
Yeah, this wine is from France. This wine is from no.
It was a warm climate. It was yeah. You guys, if you haven't watched the movie, you have no idea what we're talking about. But the movie, watch it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, now I know what these guys are talking about. But Uncorked, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
100% free unless you don't have a Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
DM me. I'll maybe give you my password. No, I won't. But but I'm sure you can find it and watch it on somewhere. But it's a really good movie. Yeah, no complaints other than now I want to drink more wine.
So for next week, I wanna offer you guys like a wide range of movies, just in case you don't have like one thing or the other. But they just put out. I'm gonna say this one because then that means Wilson has to watch it, because then he's gonna have to talk about it. So we're gonna watch next week. The main one we're gonna talk about is Parasite. It's on Hulu. It just put it up on Hulu. It won.
You're an asshole, dude.
It-
I literally just said I'm not gonna watch it, and now
Yeah.
now I have to. All
Now
right.
he has to watch it. So, watch Parasite. It's on Hulu. They just put it up. It's really freaking good. It's fantastic. I watched it twice. It's great.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Okay, where is it on? I'm sorry, I was
Hulu.
on Hulu. Okay,
It's on Hulu.
on Hulu. Parasite.
See? BJ says, bro, Parasite is so good. He already knows.
But you can't name something Parasite and it not be about zombies. Come on. Come on.
Parasite is an amazing movie. He got me into it. You see?
You guys are turning against me, VJ. It's supposed to be my hive mind.
Christian said Parasite was an amazing movie. Lily said we should get sponsored by Netflix and Hulu. You're right.
Netflix, Hulu?
Sponsor us.
We'll give you a little shout out since we already do. So
Use
pay
code
us.
@witsend.
for only a monthly subscription of $9.99. How much is Netflix now?
I think it's like
12,
15 bucks.
13 bucks. Damn.
They keep raising prices.
They're going to. It's gonna be like $100 a day now.
Yeah. So Parasite is the movie for day streaming
And we'll
next
end,
week.
We'll end the
A
next
B-
episode with us talking about Parasite. So just
Yeah, so-
forewarned, if you don't want to be in the situation you are now, not understanding what we're talking about on Uncorked,
Yeah.
watch it. It's in 2 hours, an hour and a half, or whatever, and then we'll have fun talking about it. Cool.
So I want to preface this because this movie has subtitles in it. It's subtitled. It's a movie. It's a Korean film. Okay, it's got subtitles. So
I wasn't disappointed by the last subtitled movie, so which
Train
was
to
that?
Busan.
Well, yeah, that movie freaking rocked. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. And just
Yeah.
read real good, you know.
I read good.
I read good, yeah. So good, freaking subtitle movie. Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
lunch, Julian. Now
That's
I
what I'm
gotta
here
read.
for.
School's out, and now we gotta freaking read.
Yeah. Read.
All right, guys. Julian, did you want to close out with? I think there was something we need to close out with. The challenge. We talked about that.
Oh
earlier.
yeah. We talked about that a little bit.
Okay.
We talked about it again, just so you guys know, for those who weren't beginning of the video or the beginning of the stream, we got the challenge, the jalapeno quiz challenge. You got one of you guys gets to take me on in trivia. I'm gonna go undefeated. I get to keep all your prizes, and I'm gonna have them here behind me.
So
There's
it's
gonna be
basically gonna be you are gonna go head to head on Julian during our show next week. It's not gonna be. We'll explain to you, but
Yeah.
basically, if you go into our comments of the video that I pinned on our profile, then you will get entered on your chance to take on Julian on Jalapeno Quiz. So if you think you could take him on, I already saw that we have a couple of people that want to take you on, Julian. I got my money on one of them. Basically, I'm gonna come up with the questions. They're gonna be roughly, or not gonna be too hard of questions, but things that are definitely gonna be obscure to most people's knowledge base, right? And we're gonna.
How
try
many questions
Julian.
are we doing? I don't even know what we're doing.
They're Mortal Kombat rules basically. So your soul or a prize, whichever one. At the end of the day.
Okay, makes sense.
No, so it's basically gonna be. I'll do 5 questions. That sounds good, right? We'll do 5 questions.
Okay.
I'm the only one who knows the questions. Jalapeno does not know them. I want him to lose.
I don't know.
Whoever comes out with the most points at the end wins. If you, a viewer, win, then you're gonna take home a prize that we will send to your house. It'll be a cool little swag bag. If you lose, Julian's gonna hoard the swag bags up until he can't no more. Until he's got to get on an episode of Hoarders. Okay.
I don't know what happens.
I just kept winning. So go to the pin post in our profile, go to the comment section, type in AWE for at wit's end, and then you'll be entered to go ahead and do that. We'll pick one of you guys by Sunday, so you can have until Sunday to do that. And then on next week's episode, your little trivia contest will air during our episode. Cool?
It's gonna be fun.
Felipe says he sucks at trivia. Believe in yourself, okay? Believe, Chancho. You can do
Lily
it.
said, "Is there a trivia theme?" I don't know because I'm not choosing questions.
Okay, how about this? Go to our Twitter, all right, at AWE Podcast, and send us topics that you want to, and I'll find one of the coolest ones that I think, and then I'll revolve around that topic. Cool beans? I'm pretty
VJ
good
says
at
he's
everything.
Pretty good.
I believe in you, VJ. I believe in you fully. All right. All right, guys. Julian, anything else?
No, Margarita Recipe's gonna go live tomorrow. Day streaming. Parasite. That's gonna be the movie next week. We're gonna talk
Hey, guys.
about that.
Thanks for joining us this week. If you haven't hit that like or follow button on our profile, please, we would appreciate that. We just hit our last goal, so we're obviously aiming for 1 million. So if you can help us get to that, that'd be freaking sweet. At the end of the day, this episode is just an outlet for us to get out of the hecticness and crazy of work and life and all this jazz happening and have fun and talk about random stuff like Pixar theory and goddamn Carol Baskins. All right? All right, guys. We appreciate everything. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Later.